Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Y'all already know what time it is. Baby, it's late night vibes with Diamond Stone, baby. Come on in, honey. Positive vibes only. Hit the like and the share button. And y'all already know what to do. Run that stream up over here on my YouTube station, on my YouTube channel. If you're here, hit that like button for me, please, and say hello. And don't forget, y'all, I have membership badges. Please feel free to give one, grab one if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Y'all already know what to do. We a team over here. Hit the like and the share button and come in as much as you can and run that stream up. We work together as a team because I know everybody can't afford to do those things because it's rough out here. But hey, do what you can to make the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Over here, I have super stickers, super badges, and membership badges as well. Feel free to cop one, or if you want to post, if you want to send anything to my cash app, please feel free to do that as well. Everything is cool. I'm grateful for everything that you do for me. That way, that part, and definitely in that order. How is everybody doing tonight? Y'all know I like to do my late night vibes because I get to see what's going on all day long, honey. But it's been raining. The girl had to rest a little bit. We had some things that we supposed to got done today, but we didn't because the rain stopped it. But you know what? I still got a lot of things done. How is everybody doing tonight? Say hello, 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 and check in, check in. So I know who. Hey, Robbie, baby, how you doing, sweet love? Y'all come on up in here because y'all know I will be doing a giveaway. So please comment, please share, and keep the live going. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all, wait a minute. I'm good. Teresa said, I just got out work and made it home. So we right on time then, girl. Come on in, honey. Y'all, I finally pressed this hair out, honey. I pressed this hair out. I got tired of trying to use some flat irons and grab the straightening comb. So, it feels good to be free. I said, I just put it up in a ponytail and keep on going. That way, that part, and definitely in that order. Did you get your stuff? You know what? No, I haven't. I'm gonna go to the post office tomorrow, Robbie. And thank you so much. I would definitely be going to the post office tomorrow. Matter of fact, I will go to the post office tomorrow morning. Hey, Regina, how you doing, gorgeous? How you doing, my loves? Come on in, my kings and queens. Y'all come on in. Let's talk about it. Y'all know I always got something to talk about. I always got something to talk about. Let's talk about recognizing our blessings and being grateful. Press, Granny used to say, Granny used to burn your neck. Child, my mama used to burn me up too. My mama used to get all down here. I used to be like, ain't no hair down here. And y'all, I used to try to be sleek. I would take the towel and I used to put the towel all the way up here. That still didn't stop her from going all the way down here. Okay. Hey, Rhea. Thank you. You like my nails? Toes same color too, honey. I had to go back and get my toes this color. I had started out with another color and I didn't want that on my nails because I tried this color and it was so pretty. I think I'm gonna get it again because I really, really like this color. It is so pretty to me. So I had to go back and get the toes because toes gonna be out this weekend, honey, if the weather permits. So yeah, it's warming up, and I got some cute sandals I want to rock with my little outfit. So y'all know how I go. I'm supposed to go to my little nephew's birthday party. He's turning 1 with his little cute self. He's turning 1, so we're gonna go and do that. And do some other things. Got to check on a whole bunch of stuff. It's just a lot going on. Goes with my skin tone. You think so? I think so too. Ooh, it set that skin tone off, don't it? Y'all, I need to turn my hair on. I got my ceiling fan on, but God, it's hot. Hey, Linda. Hey, Deborah. How you doing, my love? So, y'all, recognizing your blessings. We got to stop being so ungrateful for a lot of things. You know how sometimes when we be asking God for things, you have to be careful for what you ask for. I tell anybody that be specific about what you're asking for. Okay, I hear, okay, Get to the nail shop. Been working. You going this Saturday? Oh, okay. Hey, Niecy, go on sweat that press out. Okay, like I'm about to sweat it out now. But at least I got I got the little natural, the curl pattern out. So it's okay. Y'all know how I do. I've been when I got a quick weave this weekend or some honey, or some braids or something. But yeah, we gotta recognize our blessings. A lot of times we ask God for things, and then when we get it, we are not grateful of it. We be so ungrateful. And a lot of times you might not realize that you're being ungrateful. That's when you really need to step back and say, hey, you know what? I'm being very, very ungrateful. God has blessed me with so much. It might not be what I want, but if I continue to do be happy and appreciative of what he is giving me, then he'll give me more. But how can he give you what you think you deserve if you're not appreciative of the small things that he gives you? You've been to ask for something. That's why I tell you, always be specific about what you ask for. Because you're gonna get just that. Be specific. Even if you want a man, honey. Or my kings on here, if you want a woman, be specific about what you want. All the way down to however you want her to hold your hand. You better tell God that too. Because if you say, oh, I just want a woman, or I just want a man, he gonna give you just that. You wasn't specific. You didn't say what you wanted. Hey, Latonya, how you doing, baby? You weren't specific. You didn't say I want one that's gonna be compassionate. I want one that's gonna be on the same level as me. I want one that's gonna be a go-getter. You gotta be specific about what you want. Not only ungrateful, but we keep thanking him for those open doors. Exactly. You know, um, even when you want a job, be specific about that. Say, God, I want a job. I want a 9 to 5. I wanted to be in this area. I want to make this amount of money. I want to get paid weekly. I want favor on the job. I want it to be something that I like doing, something that's easy. I want to work it. I want to go. I want daytime hours. Be specific. But then when you sitting around here crying because you ain't had nothing and you've been searching everywhere and won't nobody hire you, then when he give it to you, it's like it's a slap. You weren't grateful. You complaining. Stop complaining. You're gonna have some problems in every area in your life because nothing is gonna always be perfect. That's what when you got to complain about everything and you find fault in everything, then you need to start looking at yourself. Because that means that you're not happy with whatever it is in your life. You're not being truthful with yourself. You're not happy. There's something that you're not satisfied with in your life, and you're not being truthful, and you know you're not. So you want to allow yourself to be happy. So you find fault in everything else outside of that. You find something wrong with everything. Every time you talk, it's something negative instead of seeing the beauty in what you need to see it in. I'm so grateful for everything that God has given me. I am too, Robbie. And I've been blessed. When I first got to Georgia, and I knew I needed to work. It wasn't in my field. My field is the hospital. But I took a warehouse job. Y'all, let me tell y'all about that first one I took. Child, I wouldn't wish that job on my worst enemy. Do you hear me? But when you gotta do what you gotta do, you suck it up. And you just take one for the team. You suck it up. I knew that I had to feed my children. I knew that I had to provide uh, food on the table. I knew that I had to keep a roof over our heads. So sometimes you put up with things that you don't want to put up with. Sometimes you have to put up with people on the job that you don't want to put up with, but you figure it out because you say, "Hey, something is better than nothing." And it was decent money, but it wasn't what I was used to making. But I said something better than nothing, and I'm gonna take this. Y'all, let me tell y'all something, baby. A lot of people didn't make it through the first hour on this job. Okay, like I said, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And I used to work for what's the name of that little sports drink we be like in that power? Gatorade. I worked for Gatorade, y'all. But it was easy to get in that job. Okay, I didn't have to go through a whole lot of stuff. Okay, but it was easy. But when I tell you, their turnover rate was very, very high. I done took a lot of jobs in my lifetime that I didn't want, but I took them. And when I was going, and even when I didn't want to and I didn't like it, and God said, now she ready, I give her something better because she earned it. A lot of times we want something to just be handed to us. You don't want to, you don't want to put in what you got to put in to get what you deserve. You just think you deserve it right then and now. No, you don't. Prove it, because God done blessed you with so much and you messed over that. You wasn't grateful with that. So you got to prove yourself now. What makes you think you go better than anybody else? You're not. So y'all, let me tell y'all, honey, that line wasn't no joke. I was like, Lord have mercy. Y'all, the first night when I got, yeah, those warehouse broke my body down. I've been off 6 years paying now for work for praying now for a work at home job. Yeah, those are good too, but then you'll get tired of that too. That's with any job if it's not your own. Um, y'all, I could barely walk. My first day, I wanted to quit, but I couldn't because I knew my kids was depending on me. I knew I had things to do. Y'all, I could barely walk my hands. I couldn't even twist the top. My son was my baby boy was little. I couldn't even open up his bottle. I hated working in the warehouse, but I did it. And then God gave me a better job. Okay, Robert, you better say it. I hated it too. Y'all, I hated it, but I did what I had to do. I couldn't even screw the top off. My hands would have blisters on it. Okay. Then they put me on the other end where all I had to do was keep the boxes coming down the line. And that's still a lot of work because you got to work and you can't miss a beat. Okay. Man, let me tell y'all, but then when we had to do the bottles and you wear the gloves, I still had blisters. And it was a lady that that sat next to me. I mean, that worked next to me. She said, baby, get you some witch hazel. She said, because when we take our break and you come back, honey, you think your hands hurting. They gonna show up be hurt. She wasn't lying, y'all. Oh my God, you got to start all over again. And oh, the pain, the pain. So I would get that witch hazel, rub my hands down, and I could work. I could work. And then I would get so mad when one of the machine get jammed and we got to start it all over, y'all. It was rough. I think that was one of the roughest jobs I ever had. One of the roughest ones. And then there was another one that I had. Plenty of times when I had to get up at hours that I didn't want to get up, those certain hours, and I had to walk to work. I caught the bus, but the bus wouldn't go all the way down. And it'd be pitch black, dark, but I still had to catch the bus. See, some of us have privileges and some of us don't. I had to catch the bus. I didn't have a car. I didn't have enough money for Lyft and I didn't have enough money for Uber. So I had to get up super early because you already know it's going to take you got to leave out in time enough to make sure that that bus gets you to your destination so you be to work on time. So I had to get up super early. I might not have to been to work at 9 till 9, but I had to get up at 6, catching the bus at 6. Okay. But I did it. I did it. I didn't complain. My stop would be so far from my job and I had to walk. See, it's those days when God be talking to you and minister to you, and you get a chance and you say, this is rough, but God be leading, guiding your hands and guiding you the whole way through. And he get the chance to talk to you. So when he do bless you with what you are asking him for, you're going to be so grateful that you won't just dismiss it, because it's hard for people. There's plenty of jobs out here, and it's really hard for people to get jobs still, even though there are many out here, because if that favor ain't on you, you ain't gonna get it. But when you've been asking God for something and he gives it to you with no problem, you better show your gratefulness, because when you act like it's nothing and you can just say, oh, I don't want to do this no more, and this just too, why he gonna bless you with what you think you finna get? He's not. You got we have to prove to God a lot of times that we are worthy for the blessings that he want, that we ask him for, because we have disappointed him so much in our lifetime. we did a lot of things. That He's given us so much, and we didn't do right with that. So He want to know, are you worthy of what you're asking me for? And when I give it to you, are you gonna be right with that? If you weren't right with it then, why should I trust you now? And if you can't be appreciative and grateful for those small things, you're not ready. You're not ready. You're not going to do right. You're not ready. And that's just the truth. Latanya's Cooking says, been there too, walking to the bus stop, pitch black guys thought I was a streetwalker, but God kept me safe. And I can tell y'all a story about how God done kept me safe. When I done had to walk down them long, dark roads by myself, but I went by myself. God had angels all around me. I promise y'all, I can tell y'all about that time when all the 16 wheelers, and there's never 16 wheelers on this street, they were there this particular day when didn't nobody get off the bus with me. And how they had the whole street lit up for me all the way till I could make it to my destination, to my job. God has always had his angels protecting me, because where I was is dangerous. It's dangerous. I could think of all those things. And even in the midst of that, I was telling God, thank you. I'd be over there in the job description they gave me. I'm over there cutting them things up and throwing them bottles in to be re-shredded, sweating like crazy because it's hot. But guess what? After a while, the heat didn't even bother me. I was just grateful. And then that allowed them, they saw my tenacity, they saw my work, they saw my consistency, my character, and it traveled. And other doors opened up for me to where I got a full-time job, hired in straight through the company with more money. But I had to prove myself, because I had been blessed with some good jobs and just didn't know, because sometimes we be so young and foolish, don't even know when you've been blessed with a blessing. Then had some great jobs and walked off of them. Hey, Diane, how you doing? It's the truth. But then you got some people that are listening, but you got some people that you can't tell nothing to. So you just have to let them find out the hard way. I did my part. I done went through my journey where I done had to find out the hard way. When you try to give people advice and then they want to tell you because they think they know everything, you step to the back and say, okay, since you think you know, I'm just trying to give you the deals on how this operates and how this works, because I wish I had somebody that could have told me. We got to stop it. We got to recognize when we are being ungrateful and say, hey, you know what? God didn't have to open that door for me, and I appreciate that so much. Because I remember when I was just telling God how bad I wanted a job, and everywhere I went, wasn't nobody calling me, but God gave me something. It might not have been what I wanted, but I'm going to keep this one up. I'm going to keep on going, because I know God is going to open up another door for me. I'm going to show him that I'm grateful, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I don't care how hard it is. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. One of the jobs I love to go on, do my first shift and get it over with, but the lady was trying to tell us we had to do third shift, but it was the way she came to me, and I was like, no. But I got offered a full-time position. And then the lady said, it's third shift. I said, I didn't know how I was going to do that working with how I was going to maneuver that with my son. Because at that time, hallelujah, replay, hey, women of God, hey, woman of God, hallelujah, hallelujah, amen. I'm trying to tell you, Antoinette, I didn't know how I was going to do it, y'all, because my younger son was there. But I said, God going to make a way for me. And he did. My middle son, the one that passed away, when I would go to work, I would leave out I had to be to work at 9 something, I think, 9 something. He would come over and stay with the youngest one and spend the night and watch him. I didn't get out work till 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know how I was going to stay woke, y'all, but I did. I didn't get sleepy on the job. I want to sleep because I'm a night owl anyway. But I took that third shift. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I took it because I knew that was a door. In order for me to get in, that's the position that I had to take, and it offered more money. And it was a job that I didn't know nothing about. But honey, they crammed me the knowledge in a few days, and I was good to go and turned me loose by myself on third shift. By myself, no supervisors. I couldn't ask nobody, no questions. I had to figure it out. But I had a mission. I knew that I wanted to move from where I was. I had already asked God for this. I know I needed it so I could have an income. So why? Because I was trying to move, and without a job, I knew I couldn't move. And I said, "This is what I want." And God allowed it to where I was stacking my checks. So when I got ready to move, I had everything I needed. I was still. Let me tell y'all, I was catching that bus at first. This how good God is. I was so, just grateful. And I got up and I learned early on to stop complaining about having to catch a bus early in the morning. I just was grateful because I saw a lot of people on that bus early in the morning. I saw people that didn't have a job at the bus stop, had been outside in the freezing cold all night long. So I said, God, I'm gonna stop complaining. I said, I'm not gonna complain about anything. I said, because you have truly blessed me. I could be in this position, but I'm not. So let me stop complaining when you've already blessed me. Let me look at the bigger picture. I caught that bus. And then it got to the point early in the morning. I had people, you get to know people. They said, which way you going? I'll drop you off. Wouldn't take no gas money. I'll pick you up from work. Y'all, let me tell y'all, I was spending $200 a week to get to work just so I could go to work. $200 a week when I stopped riding the bus because I said I ain't for to ride no bus no more. This I can get another hour sleep. You know, I got enough money now where I can catch Uber and Lyft, and that's what I did. I started catching Uber and Lyft to work, and I was paying a lot of money, but I was also making a lot of money. See, but sometimes we be so still unhappy with ourselves on the inside and still not acknowledging the things that we need to change within ourselves and know that we sometimes ain't being truthful with ourselves. So we don't look at the bigger picture or see the blessing. We look at all things that's negative and gonna complain about that because we're looking for an excuse. We're looking for a way out. We're looking for a reason to have because we're not ready for that yet. We're not ready for elevation yet. Because when you're ready for elevation, you're not gonna be complaining. You're gonna do what you need to do. You're gonna take whatever you gotta take until things get better. I knew that I had a grandbaby on the way and I wanted her in a certain environment. I knew that I wanted better for myself mentally and spiritually. I knew that I wanted to make a change because I wanted my children to be proud of their mama. God blessed me with that apartment that I wanted. I got it. He gave me that job that I wanted. I went to work every day. I worked doubles. I would take when other people wanted to be off. I said, I'll come to work. I stayed over. One time I think I worked 24 hours, y'all, and you really not supposed to do that. But I did. I was so tired, y'all. I might have took a 2 hour nap because you get a break in there. But I did it. And God continuously blessed me. So then didn't nobody have to take me back and forth to work no more. My mama gave me a car to use. I had my own transportation. All that time she could have been did this. But it wasn't meant for her to do it then. I had transportation of my own. And look at God. Don't it get even better? You see what I'm saying? It got even better because I was ready for that responsibility. I was ready for that. Sometimes when we don't know which way to go. Hey, in the know with the glow. How you doing, beautiful? When we don't know which way to go, and you be looking for answers, you have to You have to know when God is talking to you and showing you, like, it's another situation I had going on. And I was like, okay, now, Lord, this is what it's going to be. I see you opening up the door for me, but I still don't know which way you want me to go. So now it has been apparent the way he want me to go. And I said, okay, I'm cool with that. Because if you still kept me in the midst of me trying to figure it out. You still got me. So you still giving me favor. So it's going to work out in my favor. And y'all, when I tell y'all, my angels have been around me so heavily lately. I'm talking about, y'all, I can feel their presence heavily. They show me when I wake up in the morning. I see what I need to see. And I say, that's confirmation. That's confirmation. Y'all, let me tell y'all, I was in Birmingham and it was this job that I was working. And like I say, everybody ain't always nice. And sometimes you got to take some things, okay? This lady would talk so nasty and run people. You better say it favor and run people off. And she was real ugly with me. But it got back to the head lady. Because I was still humble. See, the old me would have went off on her and cussed her out because she said some ugly stuff. But God kept my mouth closed, y'all. He did that. Cause I was even amazed, like, why you ain't saying that to this woman, and she just got through talking to you like that. God didn't want me to say nothing. Guess what? He did the talking for me, and it was still more elevation and more blessings. But there was a time when I had to realize when I was being ungrateful. Because he'll snatch all that away and say, okay, you weren't satisfied with what I gave you. You still not being satisfied. I tell you what, I put you back where you was. Because that's where you want to go anyway. That's what you want to do anyway. That's what you're showing me. If you want to sucker some people have become accustomed to suffering. Some people have gotten comfortable with suffering. The way of life, suffering has become what they're used to, what they accommodated. This is what they used to. They okay with it. I'm not. I'm not. And you shouldn't be either. It's okay to say, you know what? I might have stepped off track for a second. I might have made the wrong turn, but acknowledge it and say, you know what? I'm gonna turn it around and pay attention to what I need to so that God can bless me and put me where I need to be. And where I'm trying to get to, I'm trying to get there so because me, I be wanting to get right there. And God slow me on down. He'd be like, no, 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 no. No, that's not how it's gonna go. And I wanted to go that way. It's no, mm-mm. I gotta do it his way because his way is right and it's gonna always be right. Hey, Lori B, baby, it's gonna always be right. If we could always make wise decisions, we'd be in better positions in situations than we are now, but we're not. Allow God to guide your path. If that's what you truly want, you have to allow that. Hey, Yana, you know, I'm learning a lot in this season myself. A lot of time, God gives us a chance to go back and correct things and correct the mistakes that we made. Um, Fix broken relationships. Fix it on your end. They ain't got to fix it on their end. But if you're trying to pass that test, correct it, fix it so that you can move forward. Everybody is not going to move forward with you at the same time. It might not be meant for them because they still got some more learning to do because they're not ready. But I can't wait on nobody. And you shouldn't either. If you put in the work and you've earned your spot in that position to elevate, you go ahead and move it. When it's their time, they'll come along. But everybody don't want what you want. Everybody's not ready for what you are ready for. Hey, Rita, baby, how you doing? Got to make a U-turn, okay? It's not their season. But I've learned, baby, you can rock with me or you can catch up with me. You love this blunt on me, Yana. Thank you. You can rock with me or you can catch up with me. I ain't got time to wait. And what you show me is what I'm going to receive from you. Because a lot of times people will tell you lies. They'll tell you they love you. They tell you they rock with you. People can tell you anything. Words don't mean nothing. It's the action. It's the action that's going to tell you just how they really feel about you and what they think about you. It's their actions. That's that the actions will never fail. I'd rather see actions than to take in your words. I don't believe the words that come out of people's mouth because a lot of the times it's a lie. I look at your actions, your behavior. That's something that you cannot fake. You can pretend to like somebody, but it's going to show all over your face that you really don't. That you really don't. That's just like, in relationships, if you got a partner or a mate, action speaks louder than words. It sure do. You got a partner or a mate. Hey, Robin, and you trying to and say lately, you know how we women are. We get that intuition, like something ain't right. Our partner, my dude acting, moving funny, moving a little different. Y'all know. This the truth. Now pay attention. You gonna always know what somebody's next move is and what they thinking about what they say to you. You got to know how to interpret and listen. And when I say listen, I mean really listen. Don't just hear them. Listen. When it doesn't line up, it throws my whole energy off. Okay. You go to touch them and then they snatch them back or they agitated because you said something like, hey, baby, how you? And they be agitated with you. Something wrong. They ain't into you. They don't want you. They don't feel the same way you do. If they once used to do certain things and then all of a sudden they don't do it no more, pay attention. It's speaking volumes about how they really feel. Something has changed. Something has transpired. For no reason. Or they always got an attitude. I'm telling you, y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Just pay attention. It'd be little bit of small things, and you'd be like, okay. Pay attention. So recognize when you're being ungrateful. I'm not gonna hold y'all long tonight, but y'all know I had to come in and talk to y'all. Let's work on that. I've been guilty of it, but I ain't trying to be guilty of it no more. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for everything. And when God gives me a second chance, because there were some things that, I felt some type of way about, and I said, well, Lord, I probably played a part in that, and let me fix it, even whether it works or whether it doesn't work, whatever the situation may be. Let me allow me the opportunity to correct it. And it's only going to make me a better person because I'm working on me. I'm working on how I handle things. I'm working on this how I make certain decisions because I'm not always right. I tell y'all I'm not perfect. I'm human just like anybody else. So allow me to go and do it correctly so that I can move forward and then I can say, you know what? Now I don't feel guilty. I don't feel bad because I did what I was supposed to do. It's just simple as that. The Lord said, did you see the messages I sent you? What is it you seeing, baby? I don't know, Lavora. Yes, 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 Lord, yes. It's the truth. You know, and you gotta just be okay with it. I pray God give me a second chance to get my own place again. Oh, unique. Let me tell you, you text my phone. Oh, I did get it, baby. Thank you. I did. Let me tell you some unique. He is gonna give you a chance to get your second place again. I know that it might seem real rough right now, real tough right now. He is gonna allow you to. But sometimes we got to go through that tough part, that tough period. And and the reason why it might even take a little longer than you thought, sometimes you have to really go talk to God. Because when I was ready to move that time, because I was in a space and place I did not want to be, y'all. I had to talk to God. I said, look, Lord, I'm about to catch a case. I said, I get it. I will not make these mistakes again or these choices or decisions. I am not taking this part of what I need to let go with me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to backtrack. I had to talk to the Lord and I said, come on, I'm ready. How much longer, Lord? You got to go through that. So when you get it, you're not going to do those same things that you did the first time that probably could have played a part in you losing it. He want to make sure you're going to do everything you got to do. That's like even if you got to go to take one of them warehouse jobs that you don't want, honey. That might mean that somebody that might be attached to you, you can't take them with you because it's going to be the same routine over and over again. You gotta if it's not beneficial, if you ain't got somebody with you working as a team player and want the same thing as you and all in it for and all in it just like you are, it's not gonna work. You can't have no selfish player on on by your side. If they ain't really walking with you, it's not gonna work. Y'all gotta be on one accord. I had to turn loose some things. I couldn't take them with me because I would have been making the same mistakes. So it wasn't gonna work. That's not what God wanted. Because what He had for me was for me. I used to always let people come stay with me, trying to help other people out. And I told Lord, God, I said, I'm tired of that too. I need a break. I done helped the whole wide world. And when them same people, if it had came down to it, I couldn't have went and stayed with damn one of them. Me know my kids could have went and stayed with damn one of them, y'all. But I never let them be outside. But if it had came down to me and mine, they wouldn't have gave me the same grace or mercy that I gave them. And it's okay. You just live and you learn. Hey, Miss Paula, how you doing? Hey, sweet love. That's me and can't get no help when I needed it. It's the truth. You'll give your last, your all. You'll make sure a person gets to where they need to be. But then God will put a halt on for you so you can see if they're gonna in turn do the same thing for you. It might break your heart when you see that they won't. And some will surprise you and will do just that. And when they do just that, God gives them an even greater blessing because He's blessing them to see if they're going to do what they really supposed to do, especially when it's concerning you. I see my sisters on here. Thank you, Jada3. Lavora says, I was telling you that they took his pages away as well, just said they need to leave him alone. I came on your page that day when you were speaking about the Laquanda situation. People don't have the same heart as we do. They don't. I think that's another situation. I'm not really sure, Laura, but I don't know. Hopefully he can get that straightened out because I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to have what they need to be able to feed their families and be okay, to be able to live and to be happy. Hey, my beautiful little sister. Hey, sweet love. I love you, girl. One thing about it, you can't expect you and people. You can't. And I had to learn that the hard way, that you can't expect you from other people. You can't. Everybody is not going to operate the same way you do or have the same kind of heart. They forget, they get amnesia. They forget, they get amnesia. And it's okay. You can't Keep yourself right there. You have to keep on moving because you know, hey, God said you did your part. You now let's move on. So now you don't have no regrets. You don't say, what if I had did this, or you know, it is what it is, and that's just that. And a lot of the times that people have showed you that they would give you they behind the kids would make you think they're gonna change. It's very rare that a person actually changes and do what they need to do. You got some people just gonna keep on repeating the same um toxic behaviors that they've always been doing for all their life, and that's just who they and that's when you know that's just who they really are. And what you saw in them, they don't even see it in themselves. The good that you saw in them, they don't even see in themselves. And that's just that. Hmm. Definitely. But I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I wanted to come on and hop on and, just come on in here and chill with y'all for a little bit. And just speak on some things that is the truth. But you live and you learn. But don't continuously make the same mistakes. That's insanity. You gotta make a change. Then that's when you realize, okay, I this is nothing but a test. And I need to change this answer because this is the same answer that I kept putting down here, and it stopped me. It cost me 5 points from passing, moving to the next level. Don't keep on making the same mistakes over and over again when you know the answers. I love rocking with you too. Oh, thank you, Shantina. Oh, I love my Paula baby. Yes, 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 yes. Lord, Lord, Queen. Yes, honey. Love your hair. Thank you, baby. Y'all see, I just rocking my little ponytail. Y'all see, God's Lord B said God is working on me. He's still working on me too. He works on us all on a daily basis. Y'all see, I ain't that bald head up under them scars. Okay, on a daily basis, he's still working on me too. Thank you, Sheila. And this is a new phase for me, and he's definitely working on me. And I'm like, okay. And then people wonder why you have your guard up. It's okay to let it down, but just know you don't have to go through nothing you don't want to go through. You don't have to allow certain things, and it's okay. You say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna pick up the pieces and I'm gonna keep it moving because I know what God. Hey, either some things, sometimes the missions and the positions that God put you in, you have to walk alone. You have to walk alone, and that's okay too. I've been alone for a long, long time, y'all. A long time, very long time. And it was not by force, it was actually by choice. Because I still needed to work on me. And some people need to work on them. And until they do that, if it's not in alignment with who you are and where you're going in your growth, it's not going to work. Because they still not gonna recognize that they're being ungrateful. The blessing that's right there. You know how many times we all have just taken blessings that God has given us and just tossed it back in his face like it wasn't them, but we didn't even think about it like that. It's not until he just strips you down of everything that you be like, you know what? I wish I wouldn't have did that. And I'm so sorry, God. Too late. Now you finna suffer a little bit long. Oh, he gonna make sure that you feel that because you were so ungrateful. He gonna make sure you feel that ungratefulness. Like Unique was saying, thank you, baby. Like Unique was saying, she don't feel like she gonna get her second place. Yes, you will, son. Change that mindset. Yes, you will. He just had to let you feel some things. There are some changes that you have to make, and the quicker you make them, the quicker he gonna move you, and you gonna get the place that you want, baby. And you're gonna be so happy. But there are some changes that you got to make. Because if you don't, he can't give it to you. Heather says, we are all a work in progress. That's right, Miss Paula. Santina, Shantina said, I needed to hear this. Make sure y'all share so somebody else might need to hear it too. I ain't gonna come on here doing all that hooping and hollering and all that other crazy stuff because that'd be some other stuff. That'd be for entertainment, you know. Now, I'm gonna bring Pastor Mira coming back, y'all, but she gonna be coming in skits. So y'all get ready for that. And Peaches and Sassy. Y'all get ready for them. So yeah, he been showing me some things, and I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it, y'all. He been showing me, and I'm just so ready. And it's my time, and I'm gonna do what I need to do so that he knows that I am grateful for what he's about to do for me in my life. Diamonds, look up. You want me to look up on the comments or just look up? Paula, what you want me to do? How about I just, oh, you talking to me, Miss Paula? I have more, you have more stuff coming. I was send tracking. You got some more stuff for me, Miss Paula? Girl, you be spoiling me, girl. Let me look up some more so I can see what Miss Paula said. That part, yes, yes. I walk alone. My husband got his wings 16 years ago. I satisfied with my relationship with God. Uh, hallelujah. I can help other women. Okay, it's a lot of y'all. Like Miss Paula, she loved helping other women. So let me go. I'm going all the way back up because it might have filtered it. Hold up. It might have filtered it, Paula. But I think I might have got what you were saying, that I have more stuff. Is that what you were saying to me? Because I think it filtered it. Yep, it filtered it. Are you saying that's what you're saying? All gone, Miss Paula. Thank you, baby. Somebody was talking to me. Y'all, Miss Paula be spoiling me, honey. I love her. She has truly been a blessing to me. And that was one of her things. Now, we heard a testimony from a young lady, a lady last night. And it's so unfortunate what she's going through, and I'm waiting for a response back from her. And I prayed for her last night. I remember talking to Miss Paula. Miss Paula was telling me about what she went through and the reason why she loved helping other women. And she has a dynamic story herself. And I was telling her, you just don't know that I know that God put you in my life to place me back because I didn't feel like myself. I'm used to, I love dressing up, looking pretty. I love beautiful things. I love shoes. I love clothing. I love nice things. But I was in a situation where I wasn't able to do those things for myself anymore. And all the stuff I had was gone. So I basically had to start all over. When I tell y'all, Miss Paula, this is real, real talk. Miss Paula has literally built my wardrobe, everything, my accessories, my hats. Y'all know I love my hats. I love my purses. Miss Paula did that. God sent her. And she just don't know what she did for me by blessing me that way. It's like she gave me back some parts of me that was lost, that was just gone. Like I started to feel complete again. Hey Miriam, how you doing? Hold on to God's unchanging hand. In the know the glow. What a blessing. Yes, she has truly been a blessing. I'm telling y'all, honey. Paula, honey, I've been rocking my purse, baby. You better quit playing with her. Don't play with her. God is so good all the time, all the time. And honey, y'all, let me tell y'all something. She keeps me on point, y'all. She really do. She really I this woman has really like got my whole wardrobe together, you know. And I feel like me again. She don't know what she did for me. She really don't know just what a blessing that truly, truly was in so many ways, not even just about the gifts that she sent me. It was just like Diamond was back, you know, because so much had been stolen from me. And I was in a dark, dark place once upon a time. And God was gradually bringing me out, gradually bringing me out. And she just played a big old part in that puzzle. And that piece that needed to be filled, she did that. Right, I was the same way, Diamond, hair, nails, and everything after the. I'm telling, yes, I, seriously. I always stayed on point. Hair, nails, I love the good shoes, all of that. I had to literally start over. Honey, y'all can't tell me then, baby, because Miss Paula make sure I have my shades, baby. She make sure I have my hats. She make sure I have my accessories. All of it. My coats. Oh, y'all all see the coats, honey. My jackets. Quit playing with her. These came from Miss Paula, baby. Quit playing with her. Y'all better quit playing with her. Yes, thank you, Paula. That's a beautiful blessing. It is. And she was, and it's a few others that blessed me with a few things too. But Miss Paula just really she stepped in now. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all like these? These came from Pretty and Pink by P, Miss Paula. Yep. And I love them. I love them, honey. Right on point. I cut y'all. I started, girl, Angela. I started to cut. They are cute. I started to cut my hair off. Y'all just don't know. Y'all was going to see a boy cut around him, and I was like, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. Then all my shades always come in the cutest little cases. She don't play, baby. She don't play. She do not play. She don't play. I got tons of purse. Don't forget your makeup. Yes, baby, Miss Sheila. I'm gonna tell y'all about Miss Sheila, honey. I love me some Miss Sheila. Miss Sheila is just as sweet as she can be. Miss Sheila been rocking with me for a long time, y'all. Miss Sheila be sending me box. She sent me this big old shoe box and some money, baby. To It was full of makeup. I love Mary Kay. Full of makeup. I love Mary Kay. Beautiful shadows, lipsticks, everything that you can think of was in there. So it's like a lot of you queens have really, really poured into me to just help build me back up, my self-esteem, my self-worth, everything. And I when I tell y'all, see, I'm about to cry because you just have to be I'm so grateful for everything that God has blessed me with. And I know that He has blessed me with you beautiful queens that are in my life. The ones that are here right now, just being on this live, that's pouring into me more than y'all will ever know. Just being up rocking with me this time of night, that pours into me. The comments, the inboxes, that's all been building me. And I'm grateful for it. I'm so thankful. Thank y'all so much for everything that y'all do. The unexpected cash apps I get. Thank you. A lot of times I don't tell y'all much or say much. I have problems just like anybody else, go through things like anybody else. And y'all always just manage to show up and show out. Some of you are not on here, like Angela. She's another one. I'm just so grateful for you all. And I know that if it wasn't for God, I give God all the glory first and foremost. Because of Him, this is why I'm blessed with you all. And I'm grateful for that. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Yeah. When I every time I think when I Lori says, thank you for sharing your heart, Diamond. Your heart is pure and light. Thank you. In the note, the glow says, you are so humble, Diamond. You deserve it all and more. Thank you. Um, Thank you, Cynthia, for the stars, beautiful. Thank you so much. I cut all my long hair off to declutter so all that stress. Okay. Sometimes you have to do that. I was, my hair had been braided, and y'all know I rock a wig and all that. Or I tie my scarves up, and I just didn't want to wear a scarf. I didn't. Because, see, I have to realize now I like to wear them for fashion. But when I get to the point where I'm wearing them, because I ain't doing that in my head, that's taking me back to a state of where I escaped from and don't wish to go back. That's another form of depression for me. When I don't do, when I'm not, when I don't feel pretty, or um, I may not be in the best mood. That's a state of depression, and I have to realize what it is. So when I catch myself going back, reverting back to those old habits, I was like, no, we're not doing that. So hence, y'all saw me trying to straighten it out. Sis Asian, you cut all your hair out to cut all that stress, okay? So y'all saw me last night trying to get through, and then the day I still went through. So I was like, you know what? This flat iron, it's a good one, but it ain't getting what I need. I went and got that straightening comb, and now I feel better. I ain't gotta wear no scarf on my head. I can just wear my hair. It don't take much of me. I don't have on any makeup, just some lashes and a little lipstick, and we gonna keep it moving. That's simple. And it's just the natural me. Yeah. hmm But I'm not gonna hold you all up because I know y'all gotta go to work, and tomorrow is it's after 12. So today is Friday. Happy fabulous Friday, everybody. And thank you all for joining in and joining me. I love you all so much. Good night. You have more things coming. Thank you. I said I do it just because I love you, sis. I know it. Thank you. Y'all love me so much. I appreciate each and every one of you all. I do. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. And there was a time I used to complain. I'm not complaining about it. Whatever God has for me, it is for me. Whatever happens, happens. I just know that He's not going to abandon me, and I'm going to rock with it, whatever way it's come, because maybe it's a lesson in it for me to learn. I don't know. It's something that I may have to figure out, and I haven't figured it out yet, but I know I will. It is what it is. It's all a part of life, but I'm going to continue to smile because I have so much to be grateful for, and so should you. And the Note the Glow says, it's always a pleasure listening to you, Diamond. Thank you, baby. Good night, Queens.